Darwin's principle of competitive exclusion states that the answer will be option 3. No two species can occupy the same niche indefinitely for the same limiting resources. The next question we are to discuss is 106. Question number 106. So here it is given which is the national aquatic animal of India, and the answer will be option 2, that is river dolphin. Next we come to question 120. Question number 120. So here the question given is, which of the following is the most important cause of animals and plants being driven to extinction? So here the correct answer is option number 3, that is habitat loss and fragmentation. Next we come to question number 121. So in question number 121 it is given, which one of the following is a characteristic feature of cropland ecosystem? Since cropland ecosystem is an artificial ecosystem, so here the correct option will be option number 2, that is least genetic diversity. Next we come to question number 127. Question number 127. It is given here, the joint forest management concept was introduced in India during, and the correct option is 4, that is 1990s. Correct option is 4, that is 1990s. Next come to question number 152. Question number 152. And the question here given is, the term ecosystem was coined by, and the correct answer is option 2, that is A.G. Tansley. Next we come to question number 155. Question number 155. Here it is given, when does the growth rate of a population following the logistic model equals 0? So the logistic model is given here, dn by dt. Here the logistic model is given r into n, 1 minus n by k. So here the question is given that when does growth rate of a population is 0. So here this factor represents k. So when k will be very much nearby, that means here the option will be 2, when n nears the carrying capacity of the habitat, when n is the population density, and when it reaches the carrying capacity, the growth rate will be stable. So here the correct option will be 2. Correct option is 2, that is when n nears the carrying capacity of the habitat. Next we come to question number 157. So question number 157. Here it is given, which of the following would appear as the pioneer organisms on bare rocks? So on bare rocks, the ecological succession that would be taken, it will be a primary ecological succession. So here the pioneer species in a bare rock will be option number 1, that is lichens. Next we come to question number 169. Question number 169. Here, which of the following is wrongly matched in the given table? So here given microbe, their product and its application. Here all the terms are being correctly linked except Clostridium butyricum, and this is the correct option. The correct option is 4, that is Clostridium butyricum does not produce lipase and it is not also applicable to remove oil stains. And the last question is question number 178. So in question number 178 it is given a river with an inflow of domestic sewage rich in organic waste may result in. So when in a river the domestic wastage or the sewage will increase, that will ultimately increase the organic content of the water body, and finally there will be growth of algae which will result into algal bloom, and as a result the algae will use up the dissolved oxygen, due to which death of fish due to lack of oxygen will occur. So in the question 178 the correct option is option 4, that is death of fish due to lack of oxygen. Thank you.
In the remaining part of the biology question, I have to complete this one. My first question is question number 92. That question was the two polypeptides of human insulin are linked together by the polypeptide chain alpha and beta that are linked together by disulfide bridges that are developing between the two polypeptide chain. So in 92 question option is 4. That is correct option. The next question is question number 95. In question number 95, the question was which of the following features is not present in the phylum Arthropoda? So options are given here: the chitinous exoskeleton, metameric segmentation, parapodia, jointed appendages. So among that, it's seen that in Arthropoda, the option 3, the parapodia that are present. Then question number 96. Question number 96. Which of the following most appropriately describes hemophilia? Hemophilia, we know that it is a sex-linked disease and it is a recessive sex-linked disease. So here also given a recessive gene disorder, second X-linked recessive gene disorder, chromosomal disorder, dominant gene disorder. It is a X-linked recessive gene disorder. That option 2 is correct here. Then question number 99. Question number 99, the question was, name the chronic respiratory disorder caused mainly by cigarette smoking. We know that cigarette smoking causes the disorder in our respiratory system and it causes the damage of our alveoli mainly. So that disease which one happen in cigarette smoking mostly, that is emphysema. That option number 1. Then we move to the question number 99. 99 is over. Then question number 100. Question number 100. The question was a system of rotating crops with legume or grass pasture to improve soil structure and fertility called. It is called lay farming actually, where what happens, we increase the fertility of the soil. Sometimes we are using the legume plants as well as grasses to increase the nitrogen content in our soil. So that option is given here, that is option number 1, lay farming. Question number 100, option is 1, correct. The next question is 102. 102, that question is 102. In context of amniocentesis, which of the following statement is incorrect? Amniocentesis, we know by taking out the amniotic fluid from the fetus, from the ovary of this uterus of the female. Normally, generations are done. So among these, it is usually done when a woman is between 14 to 16 weeks pregnant. It's okay. It is used for prenatal sex determination. That is also okay. It can be used for detection of Down syndrome. That can be okay. And option 4, it can be used for detection of cleft palate. So which is not happened here. So option number 4, that is not correct. The next, question number 104. Question number 104, that question was photosensitive compound in eye is made up of. In our retinal dye, that the photosensitive pigments are present. So those are mostly made up of opsin and retinal. Opsin and retinal, they have been given in the option 2. So opsin and retinal, so that is correct answer. So option number 2, that is for question number 104. The next question is, that was 107. 107, the question is, which of the following is required as inducer to the expression of lag operon? So in lag operon, we know it is an inducing type of operon. So here the substrate itself behave like an inducer. That means lactose itself. Among the options, glucose, galactose, lactose and galactose what are given here. So the correct option is option number 3, lactose. Lactose is used as an inducer in lag operon system. Then question number 108. 108 question, 108. That question is, which of the following pairs of hormones are not antagonistic, having opposite effect to each other? So we know that antagonistic hormone means they are doing opposite function. The parahormone calcitonin, they are opposite, we know. Insulin, glucagon, that are also opposite. Aldosterone and natriuretic factor, that is also opposite hormone. But this relaxin and inhibin, these are not opposite. So option 4 is correct here. The next question number, that is 111. 111, that question is, fertilization in human is practically feasible only if fertilization, we know, fusion of male gamet and female gamet, and that is in case of human, it occurs in our fallopian tube, especially in the ampulla part of the fallopian tube. So here, whatever option given, that sperms are transported into vagina just after the release, that is not correct. The ovum sperms are transported simultaneously to ampullary, ischemic junction of the fallopian tube. So when that one happen, at the time fertilization happen. So option 2, that is correct for this question. For question number 111, option 2, when the ovum and that sperm get available in the ampulla part of the fallopian tube, fertilization happen. Then next question is 112, 112. That question is, asthma may be attributed to the bacterial infection of the lung, allergic reaction of the mast cell in the lungs, inflammation of the trachea, accumulation of fluid in the lungs. Asthma is an allergic reaction, hypersensitivity reaction. It happens in our trachea, windpipe mainly, as well as in the bronchi area. So here, among the options, the third option is correct. inflammation in the trachea. Inflammation of the trachea, that is the correct option. So next question is 117. In 117 question, the question is given, select the incorrect statements. FSH stimulates the Sertoli cells which help in spermatogenesis, that is correct. LH triggers ovulation in ovary, it is also correct. LH is a ovulating hormone. LH and FSH decrease gradually during the follicular phase. Actually, during the follicular phase, when the follicles are developing, LH and FSH, their secretion usually increases. So this statement, that third option, that is incorrect option. So if LH and FSH decreases gradually during follicular phase, that is not correct. Incorrect statement. The next question is 119. Question number 119. A tall true-breeding garden pea plant is crossed with a dwarf true-breeding garden pea plant. When the F1 plants were shelled, the resulting genotypes were in the ratio of. So F1 true-breeding plants, tall plants, that is for 119 question we will see. For 119 question, the true-breeding two plants, one is capital D, homozygous dominant, cross with a homozygous recessive, small d. F1 individual is capital D small d, you know. This is F1. So this individual, if cell cross is done, if selfing is done here, then we will get one capital D, then two individual capital D small d, two individual will get, and one individual will get small d small d. So ratio will be 1:2:1. That is homozygous tall, that is heterozygous tall, and it is homozygous dwarf. So that option is given here. That option, first option, one homozygous tall, second tall heterozygous, and third dwarf individual. So first option is correct. For this question number 19, the option number for question number 19, option number 1 is correct. So homozygous tall 1, heterozygous tall 2, and one individual developed as homozygous recessive. So that option number 1 is correct for this. Then question number 122. 122, the question is, changes in gonadotropin releasing hormone pulse frequency in female is controlled by circulating levels of the gonadotropin releasing hormones that are from the hypothalamus. So that on their level is decreases in case of, or their level is controlling by both the estrogen and progesterone hormone in females. So option 1 is given here. So there is correct option for this. Both estrogen and progesterone hormone can regulate that gonadotropin releasing hormone from the hypothalamus. So that is question number 122. So next question is 124. Question. That question is, which of the following features is not present in Periplaneta americana? That occurs, we know, Periplaneta americana. Among these features, which are not present there. Schizophyllum as body cavity, that is present there. Indeterminate and radial cleavage during embryonic development. Actually, in case of molting animals, that cleavage, it is not fixed actually. There is no definite cleavage process that on. So these two, option 2, that is correct answer for this. For question number 124. The option 2 is correct. Exoskeleton composed of N-acetyl glucosamine unit, that is correct. That is a chitin material. Then metameric segmentation is also there. Segmentation process is there. So indeterminate and radial cleavage during embryonic development, that is not found here. So that is not correct here. And that is not present here. So then, next question is 125. Question number 125. In 125 question, in higher vertebrates, the immune system can distinguish safe cells and non-cells. If this property is lost due to genetic abnormality and it attacks safe cells, then it leads to. So when our own system, our own cells can attack our own system, that is actually called autoimmunity, autoimmune disease. So here options are given: allergic response, graft rejection, autoimmune disease, active immunity that are given, but among that, option 3, the autoimmune disease, that is correct here. The next, question number 126.